And these are typically, when you look at, why do people use this platform? Often people use this approach as the last resort for their funding needs. The first usually is they put their personal savings, or they take a loan or insurance cover, etc. But there are, and Dr. Revati Raj can explain more on some of the ailments. But most of these, like around transplants and genetic diseases which have genetic disorders, etc., the treatments are at high end, where beyond the insurance cover also people need funds, so to speak. And that's where crowdfunding comes as the last resort. We do not guarantee anybody 100% fundraising success, but at the same time we say that to the best of the ability, as long as we communicate the story authentically and tell it to the right audience, people will be willing to contribute. So, and that's how the structure has been, and we've seen credibility and transparency coming as a result of this. Because with these doctor partnerships and tie-ups, what we do is, let's say when money is raised, we directly transfer to the hospitals against the invoices raised by the hospital. So that way you ensure that the money is going for the treatment directly, per se. And this also becomes a seamless process, because now most hospitals have a view of their patients who are currently being supported on Mila through the fundraising, and they get to see real time how much is available per se, so that if they have to start the treatment immediately, they can make a call and go ahead doing so, right? So this allows the coordination between hospitals and us and the patient seamless. So, and that enables the patient or the patient's family to only focus on the treatment that is required, as opposed to worrying about other things as well. So that's primarily in terms of approach. What is the future? Our future essentially is to scale this approach. In fact, Chennai was one of the first places where we started this approach of working directly with doctors. And once we saw some success here, we started to move to other cities. So we're based in Bangalore. So primarily our work has been with doctors in Chennai, Bangalore, and today has also moved to Hyderabad, Pune, Bombay, and Delhi to a large extent. And our goal is to expand two pieces. One, bring more awareness to people that such an option exists, because more often than not, as much as we've done, it's still a very tiny drop in the gamut of what we're doing. So, our platform has close to 300,000 plus donors, but that's still a very tiny drop if you look at the number of people who say
schemes governmentally they're introducing, and publicly a lot of people are willing to give. So throughout, as Mr. Manoj said, we cannot refuse treatment. So eppadi and the treatment complete pannanonu as doctors responsible options to work with NGOs, which NGOs can help cancer patients with blood disorders at the. So I just want to share a couple of stories. Mother Teresa சொன்ன மாதிரி 100 பேருக்கு சாப்பாடு போட முடியலன்னா கூட ஒருத்தருக்கு சாப்பாடு போட்டா போதும் அப்படிங்கற மாதிரி I cannot help all children, but whom we've helped and the stories share பண்ணனும்னு விருப்பப்படுறேன். So ஒரு patient நீங்க Milap websiteலயே போய் பார்க்கலாம், Antara Ganai. So she had a very rare cancer, chronic myeloid leukemia. Childrenல நம்ம பார்க்கவே மாட்டோம், அதுவும் அது brainல மட்டும் affect ஆச்சு. So இந்த மாதிரி childrenக்கெல்லாம் chemotherapy கொடுத்து bone marrow change பண்ணனும். So bone marrow transplantனா it will be 15 lakhs. So Bengalல ஒரு small village ல இருந்து வராங்க. அவங்க சென்னைக்கு ஒரு train பிடிச்சு வந்ததே பெரிய விஷயம். So 4 weeks இங்க தங்கி chemotherapy எடுத்து 4 to 5 months தங்கி bone marrow transplant பண்ணனும்னா medical part counsel பண்றதே it's a big challenge. So first step நம்ம இந்த counseling பண்ணும்போதே ரெண்டு அம்மா அப்பா ரெண்டு பேருமே மயக்கம் போட்டு கீழ விழுந்தாச்சு. So then because medical part cope up பண்றதே it's a big thing, plus money side சொன்னா the first option is பரவாயில்ல விட்டுடுங்க வீட்டுக்கே திரும்பி போகிறோம். திஸ் இஸ் தியர் ஒன்லி சைல்ட். ரொம்ப 8 வருஷம் குழந்தைக்காக வெயிட் பண்ணி அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த குழந்தை இது, அதுவும் சச் அ ரேர் திங். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி சில்ட்ரனுக்கெல்லாம் எப்படி ஹோப் கொடுக்க முடியும்? ஸோ நிறையா பேர் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் அமௌண்ட் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணி crowdfunding பண்ணி we did a transplant. This was last year, and in the June school ku poradhukku the child is ready. So it is actually amazing, and it is a medical miracle da from every point. Ena whom we thought kandipa indha kolanda uyir padaikka maatanga medical side la, plus adukku support pandradhukku ivlo amount theve, so they are given a chance. So second story நீங்க அதுவும் இந்த வெப்சைட்ல பார்த்துக்கலாம். குவிதான்னு at the moment எனக்கு அடியில் admission. So குவிதா அம்மா எனக்கு ரொம்ப வருஷமா தெரியும். அவங்க பேபி thalassemia major, and நீங்க VHSக்கு வந்திருந்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய பேர் you would have seen the genetic condition thalassemia. நம்ம நாட்டில் every year 10,000 குழந்தை புதுசா பிறக்கிறாங்க. So every month blood போட்டாதான் இந்த childrenலாம் உயிர் வாழ முடியும். So அவங்களுக்கு bone marrow transplant பண்ணா fully they can get cured. So first time குவிதா அம்மா அந்த குழந்தையை கூட்டிட்டு வந்த போது 1.25 வயசு, மூச்சே விட முடியல. ஹீமோகுளோபின் நார்மல் 12 கிராம் இருக்கணும், அந்த குழந்தைக்கு 1.5 கிராம் தான். பிகாஸ் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் கூட்டிட்டு போய் blood போடுறதுக்கு கூட she didn't have facilities. ஏன்னா ஹஸ்பண்ட்க்கு இந்த குழந்தைக்கு உடம்பு சரியில்லைன்னு தெரிஞ்ச உடனே அவர் ஓடி போயிட்டார். அதுக்கு மேல he couldn't support, so fully abandoned. So அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது VHSல every month blood போட்டு இப்போ அது 7 வயசு குழந்தை. So what is the curative option? மாசம் blood போடணும் லைஃப் லாங்னா அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். So curative option இருக்கு. bone marrow stem cells மேட்ச் ஆயிருக்காங்க ஒருத்தர் ஜெர்மனில. அந்த stem cells எடுத்துட்டு வந்து இங்க transplant பண்ணா you will get cured. But the whole procedure வந்து 20 lakhs செலவாகும். So daily சாப்பாடுக்கே கஷ்டப்படுறவங்க 20 lakhs treatment is a very big thing. So government funding அதுல பாதி கிடைக்குது, மீதி 10 lakhs bridge பண்ணணும். So இந்த மாதிரி ஃபண்ட் ரைசிங் பண்ணி அந்த குழந்தை அட்மிட் ஆகி இப்போ டிரான்ஸ்பிளான்ட் முடிஞ்சு she is on the road to cure. So இந்த மாதிரி events எல்லாம் actually 4 or 5 years ago பண்றதுக்கு it would have been very difficult. We still used to do, Mr. Anuj சொன்ன மாதிரி as responsible doctors இது ஒரு வழி இருக்குன்னா we can't abandon a child. But நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் எழுதுவோம், sponsors எல்லாம் time, it will take time money gather பண்றதுக்கு. So sometimes patientsக்காக fundraising பண்ணும்போதே we can lose the child. ஏன்னா சில சமயம் எமர்ஜென்சியா இருக்கும், கிரைசிஸ்ல இருக்கும், so we won't have time. So I'm really pleased that in the mari நம்ம நாட்டுல ஒரு platform இருக்கு, and lot of people want to give.
In the neonatal intensive care with 4 major surgeries, and with she was continuously ventilated. The cost was only 17 lakhs. For 6 months of hospitalization and intensive care with all of this, she had 4 major surgeries, including consumables, including pharmacy. Everything was only 17 lakhs. The entire thing was raised by me. So what I'm trying to say is, because we find it brilliant working with them, because our rates are necessarily extremely low. It's bottom line. Because of that, whatever they raise completely covers the costs of treatment. Now, recently we had another child. I run an NGO called the Ray of Light Foundation. So we've been supporting children with cancer for the last 15 years now. So children with from families who cannot afford care, who have cancer, most commonly leukemia, we treat them at Child's Trust. Now we have an MOU. The Ray of Light Foundation has an MOU with Child's Trust. Child's Trust writes off all bed and lab charges for our children. The doctors work for free. So ordinarily, where it would cost about 10 lakhs to treat a child with leukemia, Ray of Light pays only 5 lakhs over the course of 2 to 2.5 years, because we provide only the drugs and consumables. Child's Trust, as part of their policy as a not-for-profit trust, writes everything else off. And the doctors, like I said, work for free. So we've treated 130 children so far. We've recently published that 85% of the children are alive and well. So this was, now for the last 3 children, Milap has supported us in the sense that Milap partly funds the treatment for these children, because we've been around now for 15 years and people have started to hear about it. There is a lot of demand for free treatment for children with cancer. Now that is a cause that is very dear to my heart, because I'm sure Eva will agree that the success is so high. The success is so high. Just because of finances, it is shameful that a child should not get treated for cancer. Because we have 16-year-olds, I have a 16-year-old whom we supported 10 years ago, she's 26 now, she's a mother of 2. Okay, I have a 10-year-old whom we supported about close to 11 years ago, he's now 21, he's just started his first job. So cancer in children is curable, very high rate of success. Yes, the treatment is very expensive, but with people like Milap around, you don't have to worry. I think it should be the order of the day that not a single child with cancer should go untreated for want of money, because it's such a curable cause. So we've been working with Milap mainly from the neonatal intensive care unit, but they've been supporting a lot of newborns. Now the problem again here is because of infertility, we have a lot of babies who come to us preterm. So they're orphan twins, and they're like the smallest we've had and survived is 400 grams in child stress. And these babies need prolonged ventilatory care because they're all born at, I think the 400 gram was born at 25 weeks. So they need to be in hospital at least till they're born, close to when they're born, which is 40 weeks. So they may discharge them at 30, 35 weeks, but depending on how the child makes progress. So this is a long hospitalization. The parents have already maxed out because they've spent all their money on infertility care. So this is where Milap has been supporting a lot of these twins. It's worthwhile because they're precious babies. They've come after a long struggle, emotional trauma that the parents have been through, and these babies genuinely deserve help because the 400 gram I'm talking about is now going to school. So again, this is a cause where no matter how much money you pour in, you will see the benefits of that. So also from the ICU, we have a lot of children. We have a 17-bedded pediatric intensive care unit, and we have critically ill children there. And what often happens is these children, again in children, the prognosis for most diseases is very good. These children undergo intensive care for a while, they run out of money, and at that point, Milap steps in. And because of that, we've been able to salvage them, and it's been really wonderful working with them.